see what's coming up for Scorpio for July. We've got King of Wands right out of the gate in reverse, right next to Empress, Hangman, and Page of Coins. Looks like there's a bit of a glare. Let me just see if I can get rid of that. That might help a little bit. Let me see if this helps. Yeah, that's a little better. Then we also have Moon in reverse. I think Libra also got that. Hierophant, Justice. Interesting energy here in the middle. This is very structured energy. Making a decision on something or having a verdict rendered on something. Magician in reverse. You've also got a lot of major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half of the full spread. There's 7 out of 12. So a powerful month for you, Scorpio. It's kind of echoing what I'm saying. There's a certain profoundness to this month that there could be large themes or major issues that you confront and tackle this month. And the reason for it is for unloading of old stuck energy, things that are going to make you more pliable, make you function better, make you not tethered to things from the past. So let's take a look at it in sequence. You may be dealing with a fire sign at the beginning of the month. You know, this could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius who is preventing you from feeling satisfied. They may be going head to head with you in terms of control. This could be around that new moon in Cancer on your 9th house. Both of these people have authority. Empress, I'm reading this as you, by the way, even though this sometimes can show up as a Taurus. I'm reading it as you, Scorpio. So whether male or female, there could be someone who is challenging your authority at the beginning of the month. And they could be doing it in a very cocky, brazen, bossy, aggressive way. King of Rods in the upright position is confident, has big ideas, he's bold, he does things in his own unique way, but in the reverse, he can often be very pushy. He can be very angry. He can be very like, it's my way or the highway. And you are just trying to have an abundant life here. This is the person who's satisfied, the person who is in authority. She's in control of her own life. She's tapped into her receptive energy. So it's about being receptive and letting the good things of life come to you. This could be someone who's very jealous of that, Scorpio. So she, as the major arcana, actually has more authority and more control over her own decisions, but this is someone who's like trying to take the reins away. And it's like if someone is sitting in a position of royalty and power and this person is trying to overtake the kingdom. It's almost like a children's cartoon where this is the person who's trying to gain power. So if you do run into power struggles anywhere in July, but especially towards the beginning, just be Empress. Don't worry about someone don't go head to head with someone who is really not in their strength. They may be feeling envious or trying to get something from you that is just yours naturally. It's not theirs to take. And by engaging with them, you turn yourself upside down. But just by remaining in your own strength, your own calmness, your own agency, and your own authority, you just remain as Empress. And Empress, you know, she's the partner to Emperor. They're the ones who rule the whole kingdom. So don't let some random king, whoever this might be, this could be a boss, this could be a landlord, this could be a partner, a family member, a lover, a romantic interest, just a neighbor even. I mean, this could be really anyone, but they may be trying to upset you from your own strength and power and authority. And you know, what you might have to do, which can be useful to you, is take a page from the Hangman and just say, you know what, this is uncomfortable, but I'm going to find comfort in it anyway. I'm not going to worry about what everybody else thinks. Hangman doesn't worry about that. He just does things his own unique way, and he is in an uncomfortable position, but he somehow finds a way to get comfortable in it. And often this card is depicted by a halo around his head that shows that he's getting a new level of enlightenment from seeing things from a 180. For example, if someone comes at you with a lot of anger and aggression, and it turns your world upside down. It's kind of funny how both of these are upside down, making you see things from a new point of view. You can just kind of not engage with that. You don't have to, you can just remain still. You don't have to act on it. You can just say, okay, I'm going to try to see this from a different point of view. What if I can laugh at this instead of getting heated and going head to head with them? What if I can just remain fixed in my own position? This card often relates to Aquarius and Uranus, which is a fixed sign, and it just maintains its position, doesn't move. It doesn't give to it, and it doesn't resist against it. It just remains calm. So I'm going to say, if someone's coming at you with heat or aggression, or trying to take something from you or challenge your authority, just remain cool, calm, and collected. Just be who you are. You know, try to see things from a different point of view and just know your own authority and agency. That's what will keep you satisfied. Don't let them turn you topsy-turvy, Scorpio. They can't do it, actually, unless you allow them to do it, if someone's challenging you. And then I see, too, this also speaks to taking your time, being patient. This is Page of Pentacles. And the page is willing to learn something new. This also works with the new moon in your 9th house, because the 9th house is all about higher learning and learning something new. So I really see that if you are able to maintain your composure at the beginning of the month, regardless of what's coming at you and someone trying to challenge your authority, you are going to learn something new. You're going to sort of put a new feather in your cap, have this coin given to you, this thing of value that is guiding you to being more satisfied. It's guiding you to having more wisdom, more knowledge, higher learning. You're going to see something new and receive something new from this new perspective, seeing things from a 180 from how you normally do. By getting comfortable, even in an uncomfortable position, and just sort of like remaining still, it's going to provide you with something of value, something that you can take with you. It's a feather in your cap. Then here at the middle of the month, we've got some Pisces energy coming in. We've got the moon and we've got Page of Cups. And they're surrounding, this is emotional energy that is surrounding two very serious figures. Both of these are seated on thrones. Both of them are, regarded as figures in the community that are very established. So Hierophant usually means doing something in a very conventional way, going according to tradition. Both of these go according to tradition and rules. Justice and Hierophant are both very traditional cards. They both obey the rules. It's definitely about obeying some sort of law or structure. For some of you, this could be marriage. The Hierophant is the marriage card, and justice, like going to the justice of the peace. And rendering a verdict, saying yes or no. It could be a marriage offer. But one of the things that both of these have in common too is having wisdom. Both of these are very wise cards. So, and I'm kind of seeing that as just as related to this too. Having the wisdom to remain fixed, even when someone else is challenging your authority, leads you to this place where you know what the rules are, and you get to render the verdict. You get to establish justice in the situation. You could potentially also be dealing with a Libra here. Justice is a Libra card. But if you're having any emotional upset, which Moon in reverse speaks of, and Page of Cups in reverse speaks of it. It talks about feeling emotionally insecure or not knowing what's true, feeling maybe a little bit confused about where your heart's at. You can really rely upon, the rules, the structures that are in place. What is fair is what what is fair and what is right is what both of these cards relate to. So if you feel like there's a difficulty happening and you're not sure how to get out of it, and it's presenting you with some emotional instability, Scorpio, if it's making you feel like, I don't know what's true, I don't know where to put my heart, I don't know why I feel unstable about this, look to, okay, well, what's the rules? What's fair? Let's go back to the game board and look at, okay, what did we agree to? What is sort of morally upright is what Hierophant is concerned about. What is legal? What is ethical? How should this thing go? So that's something that can guide you in the middle of the month, is if you're feeling any sort of emotional upset, or if there's things coming to the surface, which they very well may be with this partial solar eclipse and a total lunar eclipse. Go back to what you know. Go back to the wisdom of experience, which both of these cards very much have. And then you may, in a certain way, find yourself in a place where you can begin trusting your own intuition and your own agency again. These cards are very solitary cards, the Magician and the Hermit. And one of the things that they both have in common is that they look to a higher power. The Hermit's really concerned about finding the truth. And now Magician, he can be kind of a trickster, but he's able to create results through his laser-like focus. One thing that they also have in common is that they kind of ignore everything else that is external, that is superfluous. Hermit strips everything away and he's focused single-mindedly on the truth. And Magician is focused single-mindedly on what he wants to create, on the result that he wants to get. This is the I Am card. So with both of these in reverse, it's telling me that you may be doubting, for some reason, your ability to create, to know the truth, A, and create the results that you want. And I'm seeing that with these two emotional cards in reverse. You may be resisting how you feel on a deep-seated level and like holding stuff in when you really should be letting it out. That's going to emotionally stabilize you. And if you can remove whatever fear, doubt, or resistance you have to the fact that you do know the truth, you are able to suss that out, and you are able to create the results that you want, then you're going to discover that you have a lot more power available to you. I really see this about as this month as you asserting your own authority. And if there's a situation where you feel, again, like this, your authority is being compromised, or your own confidence, your own radiance, your own agency is being questioned or thwarted or dampened in any way, you're going to be really ready to move on from it by the end of the month. This is Eight of Cups, and this is being ready for the new cycle. It's kind of like being tired or worn out from what's been going on, or something that you put a lot of your emotional energy into, like your time, your love, your attention, your care, and it's moving on from it. It's kind of funny that this is almost depicting a lunar eclipse here. It's ready to move on to the next cycle. Eight of Cups means feeling drained and weary, but it's also, as you can see, they're departing from that and moving on to new lands, ready for the next thing that's coming. So I really see July for you in some ways, Scorpio, about owning your own power, having confidence in your own ability to see the truth and to create results that you want. The way Magician creates what he wants is by eliminating everything that's not necessary and just having a laser-like focus on what his goal is. And he has all the resources available to him. But if they're in reverse, there is a level of fear, doubt, or resistance that you may not believe it yourself. Potentially because you're going through some emotional stuff related to people challenging you. But the more you stay rooted in your own agency, your own authority, regardless of what else is going on around you, the image I'm getting for you this month is being the calm in the eye of the storm. Like both of these are very wise, Hierophant and Justice, very wise figures, and they are calm. They just render a verdict. They know the truth. They know the answer, while all this other stuff is going on around them. So see if you can be the calm in the eye of the storm, especially if there's any emotional stuff brewing, especially if there's any Pluto-related dramas or ego battles or conflicts. And the more you just stay grounded in yourself and knowing your own authority, you will leave situations that do not honor that. Scorpio. So really powerful time at the end of the month, especially with this total lunar eclipse in your in your fourth house of the home, to deal with, sort through any stuff from childhood or having to do with parenting your parents that makes you doubt your own authority. You know, there may have been a point at which you had to go from being the child to being the adult. And this is really a strong theme for you this month, is that you are the adult here. You are the one who's in control of you. Not old stories, not old baggage, not anyone else who's trying to challenge you. You know how to sort out the truth. You know how to see things from many perspectives and sort out what's really true. So, and you also have the ability to create the results that you want. You just have to believe in it, Scorpio. So that's my reading for you for July. It can be a powerful month for you, especially if you embrace this magician energy and shed any old stories that compromise your authority, Scorpio.